a symbol of Cold War division. The Berlin Wall was a physical barrier erected by the East German government on August 13, 1961, to impede the flow of East Germans to West Berlin. The construction of this wall was a major event in the history of the Cold War, and it served as a symbol of the division between East and West during this time. The origins of the Berlin Wall can be traced back to the end of World War II, when the Allied powers divided Germany into 4 occupation zones. The Soviet Union was given control of the eastern part of Germany, while the Western Allies, including the United States, Great Britain, and France, were given control of the western part of Germany. The division of Germany into 2 separate states, East Germany, also known as the German Democratic Republic, and West Germany, also known as the Federal Republic of Germany, in 1949, marked the beginning of a new era in the Cold War. East Germany, under the control of the Soviet Union, became a communist state, while West Germany, under the influence of the Western Allies, became a capitalist democracy. The East German government feared that its citizens would flee to the West, and so the construction of the Berlin Wall began. The wall was initially a barbed wire fence that surrounded West Berlin, but it was later replaced with a concrete wall, which was topped with barbed wire and guarded by armed East German soldiers. Over the years, the wall grew in size and complexity, with watchtowers, guard dogs, and a no-man's land between the 2 sides. The construction of the Berlin Wall was a devastating blow to the people of Germany, and it resulted in the forced separation of families, friends, and loved ones. Families were torn apart, and people were unable to visit their relatives, attend their funerals, or even communicate with them. The Berlin Wall also became a symbol of the Cold War division between East and West, and it was a constant reminder of the Soviet Union's attempt to suppress freedom and democracy. The wall was a tangible symbol of the Iron Curtain that separated the communist bloc from the free world, and it represented the struggle between the 2 sides in the ideological and geopolitical battle of the Cold War. Throughout the 28 years of its existence, the Berlin Wall became a focal point for protests, demonstrations, and acts of resistance. The people of Berlin refused to accept the wall as a permanent fixture, and they worked tirelessly to bring it down. In 1989, the wall finally fell, and the people of Berlin were reunited. The fall of the Berlin Wall marked the end of the Cold War and the beginning of a new era of peace and cooperation. The wall no longer stood as a symbol of division and oppression, but rather as a symbol of the triumph of freedom and democracy over tyranny and oppression. In conclusion, the Berlin Wall was a physical manifestation of the Cold War division between East and West, and it served as a reminder of the ideological and geopolitical struggle between the 2 sides. The construction of the wall was a devastating blow to the people of Berlin, and it resulted in forced separation of families and loved ones. However, the fall of the wall marked the end of the Cold War and the beginning of a new era of peace and cooperation, and it was a triumph of freedom and democracy over tyranny and oppression.